Happy Sabbath, my God-fearing family. Peter Michael Gibbs here. Today's preparation day, and Delisa and I are going to celebrate the Sabbath. We're going to clean up the place as we do every week, and we are going to renew our vows as we do every week as well, and we encourage you to do the same thing. Today, briefly, we're going to speak about investigative judgment, as many people are saying that the Seventh-day Adventist Church teaches an unbiblical principle, which is the investigative judgment, and that it only is supported in the writings of Ellen G. White, not in the Bible. Well, let's look at that for the next few minutes and over the next few videos. Let's start with Christ in his position as prophet, priest, and king. Those are successive titles. He does not occupy all of them at the same time, but first he's a prophet, then he's a priest, then he is a king. Right now he's occupying his position as a priest, and he's officiating in the heavenly sanctuary. In officiating in the heavenly sanctuary, there are books that are involved, as we see in Revelation and as we see in Daniel. And in those books are the records of all those who profess to believe on the name of Christ. How do we know that? Because during the millennium, we know that the wicked are judged. So only those who are, professors of Christ are dealt with in those books. So let me ask you a question. If in your church there are saints and sinners and everybody's not a saint, at some point the Lord would have to investigate the situation in order to know who's going to be resurrected, who's going to be translated, and who's going to be lost. And in doing that, it requires an investigation. That is why you have a judge. That's why you have an advocate, Christ. That is why you have a jury, the 24 elders. All this is in Revelation chapters 4 and 5. And that is why you have the four beasts. The beast that has the head of a man, the head of a lion, the head of a calf, and the head of a flying eagle. That's not the succession of it, but all those are there. That is the defendants. Those are the defendants. And so their cases have to be investigated. What court would you have on earth that has a judge, a jury, an advocate, and defendants, and there's no investigation of their cases? That is what happens during the investigative judgment. The cases are investigated in order to know who is going to be where. Resurrected, translated, or lost. Next week or next video, we're going to deal with the actual jury scene, or the court scene, not the jury scene, the court scene, to show that it is fair. And that's what's going on. Those books are not for God. Those books are for the saints. Those books are for those who are going to be lost, and for the unfallen worlds to see that God is just and right in his judgment. We'll see you next video.